Good morning. A word for you today. Today is Friday, July 19th. This week, our college and career and youth will be down in Brownsville, Texas, on a mission trip, serving and learning in the ways that the Lord has provided. So I would just ask throughout this week for continuous prayers for that ministry and that mission, that a call from God for that place down in Brownsville. Just keep them in your hearts and your prayers so that the Lord will constantly be with them as they're doing the Lord's work as well. Proverbs 2:6, which states, "For the Lord gives wisdom, from his mouth comes knowledge and understanding." So when I think of this verse, I think of slalom skiing. I don't know if any of you guys have ever seen it. It's where a skier has to go in between poles. But there's also a version with blind people. And so you're probably thinking, how on earth do blind people see how to ski in and out? They have a guider, and this guider is training with them, constantly going through perseverance and trials with this person that they're training so that they are able to go in and out just like a person who can see normally. But just like that skier, that blind skier, that's us. And in the ways that we're trying to maneuver through they're like rods in this ski challenge. I don't know what you would call it, I guess. In the sport, they weave in and out of these poles. But if you were blind, you wouldn't be able to see it. And just like our spiritual life, we try to do it on our own. We're not going to be able to see the things that the enemy has for us that are just going to knock us straight out of our seat. And so just like that guider, we need someone who is going to give us that knowledge, give us that understanding of how we can weave in and out of those trials, those tribulations. And that is Jesus. The way that he is giving us the knowledge and the understanding in those times. In Psalms 8:10, it says, "Those who know your name trust in you. For you, Lord, have never forsaken those who seek you." Just like that guider, they're not trying to make that person intentionally lose. They're not trying to lead them astray to where they're going to hit every one of those cones. But instead, they're guiding them, helping them every step of the way so that they have the knowledge that they are able to go even without sight. Just like us in so many ways of our walk. God is never going to forsake us, but instead he's going to give us all the knowledge and the understanding that we need so that when those times come of spiritual battle, just all the hardships that are going to come in life that none of us want to go through, we'll be blinded by why now, what's happening. But instead, we know that the knowledge of God is that he knows way more than we could ever grasp. Our knowledge compared to God's is like a blade of grass in a field, and then God's is the whole universe. Just the sheer knowledge that the Lord provides for us in those times is insane. And so throughout this week, just continue to be praying for that mission trip down in Texas, praying for the lost as well, that down there they could have an encounter with someone that God wants to make an interaction with. But also be praying for wisdom, because the Lord will provide. He will work through those challenges and trials with you. He will be right there, just like the trainer, never leading that blind astray. Thank you, and have a good week.